mass outbreak that spreads in fear is all they can feel.
Coming in theory, the dust withers away. Emergency calls. The static spreads and the sirens wail. They're sounding red.
We lock our doors, board the windows shut, racing for the night in this horrifying rut.
Coming with dread.
Hey everybody, it's Doug here. Welcome to episode number 4 of our playthrough of Dawn of the Zeds Director's Cut version of the game. As you saw in the last episode, if you haven't watched it, go back and start from the beginning, please. But if you have, you saw in the last episode, we took a bit of a beating, and we got one of our heroes, Mr. Johnson, in the hospital. We're going to have to heal him, and we lost a civilian unit to the cemetery. Hopefully we can get one of our fleeing refugees to the refugee camp and get a new unit out of it. We can do that. It's something you can do, get a new civilian unit, but they come in weaker. You can send them to the hospital, heal them up, or you can do a heal action. It's fine. But we're going to get started right now. I'm not going to waste any time. If there were any mistakes, I didn't really have enough time to review the last episode too much. So we're just going to get going. I think I'm feeling like I'm now finally in the groove of the game again, because I hadn't played it in a while. And I'm starting to feel like I'm getting it back in the swing of things and remembering all the rules and all the little nuances and subtle things. We do got our event deck to go, so let's get that. We got that out. Let's see what happens next to our heroes. Just tidying some things up around the board. Let's go. Okay, what do we got? Suburbs Night Assault. Uh-oh, that's not good. We got a Super Zeds on the suburbs. 0 movement for refugees. I really want the refugees to move, y'all. But they haven't, so we're going to put that aside. We do have to make an infection roll. Odds are we're going to have an outbreak. So let's see what we get here. 5, 6, 7, 8. That is equal to or less. I don't remember. I got to remember if it's equal to or less. Infection hand-to-hand combat. Yeah, I think it's equal to or less. I'm going to double check that. So let me just see if we're going to have an outbreak right now. But I believe we are, because the track is at 8. Okay, well, at least it's just a normal outbreak. So we're going to first draw a fate card. I got one here and see what we get. It's going to be the highway track. So that's where our next Zeds are going to appear. We get a hold for later card. Play when your unit is attacked in hand-to-hand combat. Before conducting the hand-to-hand combat, make a 2-strength gunfire attack at 0 ammo cost against the attackers. After applying the gunfire attack results, continue with the hand-to-hand combat. I love that card. That is fantastic. Okay, but on the highway track, we are going to get a new Zed, which is kind of a drag because that track already has a Zed on it, and all we got there is a weakened civilian unit defending the town. What do we get? Oh, we got a weak one. A 3 Zed unit appears there, and I don't remember if they move. I'm going to continue to go through the outbreak procedure. Yeah, place new Zeds. If there is no chaos space on that track, place the new Zeds unit onto a village space. Uh-oh. Oh, I gotta check this out. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. That's not how an outbreak works. It appears right here, which means a couple things are gonna happen. We're gonna have chaos. And guess what? These guys are devoured. Oh my gosh. Which means our fate track our infection track is gonna go up by 2. So when we return it down, instead of being at 0 like I was hoping, we're going to be at 2. But that's what happens. Now this unit can march right in, and we got to send these guys over to defend it. I wanted to keep them on their track, but we're not going to be able to. I got to bring the other civilian unit back into town. Or WZED can fight them, but that's not good. So I think we're going to move these guys to downtown and try and take them on before they get there. All right, that is the outbreak. So the next thing that happens in the outbreak is we're going to go down by the amount that we rolled. We rolled an 8, so we're going to go down to 2 on the infection track. Okay, we have to eat 1 supply, so we're going to go down one, wait, and then we're going to go into the Zeds thing. So on the suburbs track, we're going to have movement. I got 2 Zeds there. At the beginning of this phase, +1 infection. Are you kidding? Per Zeds unit on this track. Place a new Zeds unit on the suburbs track, and we're going to have Zeds pressure. This is just going to be fun. So there, we go up, it said 2. Yeah, because there's 2 units on that track, so we're already back up to a 4 infection. Though we are going to go down during our action phase. That's not the worst thing in the world. Okay, but unfortunately, we're going to have a whole bunch of stuff going on. It's just going to be awful. So here we go. First thing we got to do is move. So we're going to have a movement here. That 4 unit is going to come up against the barricades, and we're going to have to defend with Deputy Schmidt. Deputy Schmidt is going to hand-to-hand combat. Luckily, he's got a lot going for him. He's an Eagle Scout, which means he gets a +1 shift in hand-to-hand combat. However, this is going to put our infection level up to 5. And we're just this is going to be the worst game ever of this game, since we're going to hand-to-hand combat right now with these guys. And so what do we got with Deputy Schmidt? Let's take a look. Okay, we already know about his initiative token. Eagle Scout receive a +1 shift, so we're going to be a +3 shift. That's good. And he's equal, so we're going to be really good against this. And even if he does get hit, and he's tough. He gets to see if it's canceled, and in every hand-to-hand combat, he's allowed a reroll. So we got all of those things going for us. Let's see what we can do here. A 4-4. That means that we're at with a +3 shift. 1, 2, 3. Or humans times 3 against these Zeds with him right there. And we rolled an 11. I don't think anything's going to happen to Deputy Schmidt. Let's take a look. So once again, we're 4-4. That's equal, right? Equal to it. But we're going to shift 3. 2 for the barricade, 1 for his Eagle Scout ability, and we rolled an 11. So it's going to be 4 damage to the Zeds and nothing to us and a pushback. So 1, 2, 3, and damage is going on to these guys. So that's 4, and they are pushed back. Now, we also have some additional movement. This guy's going to move here. That's the Super Zed. He just moves 1, but he's coming up on that track. We really got to take care of this track this turn. And then we're going to have another Zeds come up. What are we going to get? We're going to get 2 actions. So we're going to have 3, 4, several actions we can do. A Unit 5 Strength Zed is coming up the track at the end of that. And I think that marks... No, we got Zed's Pressure now. Okay, so Zed's Pressure means the top 3, because we have 4 characters rather. I should double check that. I wonder if it's players, because I'm playing solo, and even though I have 4 characters, I don't have as many actions. I should check Zed's Pressure and just make sure I'm doing that right. I sure hope so, because if not, I've really been cheating myself and taking a lot more damage than I need to. So let's look up Zed's movement phase, Zed's pressure movement phase. That's 7. That's going to be rule 7. The rules are really well laid out. There's just a lot of them. I thought it said here. Okay, let me find it. Oh, it's page 7. Sorry, not rule 7. I should probably pause while I'm looking at this, but heck, why? I'm already here. Okay, here we go. Page 7, Zed's pressure event. Okay, in a solitaire game, ignore the multiplayer rules. Yeah, no problem. All Zed's pressures, Z's and Z's, depending on the number of hero players. So the number of hero players, it's 1. Just to say, I'm going to just double check this rule, because I'm the only hero player. Rules in this color apply. Okay, so all Zed's pressure events depend on the number of hero players. A solo player gets no pressure event, but when there are more hero players. Okay. That doesn't make any sense. If you're playing solitaire version of the co-op game with extra player action markers, I'm not. So we don't have to do the, whew, that is good. I'm glad I reread that. Again, there's a lot of little rules in this game, but like I said, I'm starting to feel like I'm settling in, and that's why I want to double check that. So because I only have 1 player action token, so based on that, I don't have to continue to take these Zed's pressure events. I'm just playing I only have 1 action. If I had 4 players with 4 actions, then it makes more sense, because I was getting overwhelmed here. So we're not going to have to worry about that Zed's pressure event that's right here. And then we're just going to move on to our actions. Okay. So we got 2 actions. So 1, 2, and then we got our player action here, and we got our initiative. I think the first thing I'm going to do is take our player action with Captain Piazza, and she's going to shoot this guy. I want to get him gone. It's 2 away, which puts her at a strength of 4. So we're going to roll a gunfire strength of 4. We could kill that thing and not have to deal with it if we get enough. We're not going to do it that way, are we? So strength of 4, a 3 to 4 is a 0. So she shoots and does nothing. Total wasted turn. That sucked. Okay, we're going to take 1 action to heal Johnson. He's now no longer has the EKG marker on him, but he's still on his weakest side. So we probably want to spend another action with him. I got him in reserve in case he has to come defend something down here. I got to remember we're starting to put some chaos on the board too. We've got 1, 2, 3 right now. That's not great. And we got this track down here. So we got, okay, 1 more action, and then our initiatives and stuff like that. I mean, Deputy Schmidt's going to take a shot. He's like, man, you're supposed to be this great sniper, Captain Piazza. What's happening? You're not sniping at all. It's just awful. I think for our next action, we might want to take, because I'm starting to use stuff. Oh, and when I did this heal action, I think that I need to double check. There should be a reference on here. I don't remember if in the hospital, if I take a heal action, do I have to use a supply? I don't remember. I'll look it up. I'm not worried about it right now. We're not going to run out of supplies at the moment, but I will look that up. Okay, so I think for our next action, I'm going to do Deputy Schmidt's initiative. He's going to shoot strength 4, so he's pretty good. He's going to shoot that Z unit. Let's see if we can get it. Now, I do have to use an ammo for Piazza and an ammo for him, so we're down to 5 ammo. 6, 8. That's going to do some damage. Let me show you how it's done, Captain. Okay, so we got we're on strength 4, and 8 is 2 hits. Can that Z take 2 hits? The answer is no. He can take 1 hit, 2 hits, he's gone. Fortunately, they just go back in the cup. But I could move into East Air IREC and clear it, but I'm not going to. Oh, and also when we healed Johnson 1, we do get back. We reduce the infection level by 1. That's part of the healing process. But I do want to make sure about the supplies. I'll check that in a minute. Okay, we have 1 more action to go, plus the emergency broadcast. Now that I got the truck over there, I do think I'm going to use the emergency broadcast token to move these guys back. We're going to go 1, 2 to here. They're going to start coming back this way because these Zeds are going to end up moving toward town. We can't let that happen. And for I can move these guys too to get to here pretty quickly. I'm not too worried about that. So in a pinch, we can get there fast enough in downtown. But we will have defense there. Ugh, this is rough. This is rough. Okay, let's see. Now next up, I have 1 more action. I use the Farmingdale WZ's ability of the emergency broadcast to talk these guys into moving. We succeeded at that. I'm tempted to get him, because I can plow through here and get him off the board, get him to the end of the track, and flip his token over. And then he can bring back some more supplies. We won't need him right away, but we'll plow through this guy with his ability to drive through baddies, right? And what is that? That is his Zed's plow. Attempt to move through a Zed's unit, occupied space. Upon entering, roll a d6 on a 4, 5, or 6. Inflict 1 hit on each Zed in the space. And Carter can continue his movement. I think that's what we're going to do. So for our last action, that's what I'm going to do. Or I could heal Johnson up again. And then he could... Man, but these guys only got 1 hit. If I plow through there and do another hit, they're gone. And we don't have to... Then that track is safer. That seems like the right thing to do. That's what we're going to do. Okay. Okay. Let me think about it for just a sec. Okay, yeah, I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Because he can either kill it or end up in hand-to-hand combat. He's got a strength of 8. So we're going to move him there, and then we're going to roll a die. See if he can roll a decent enough die. A 5. He succeeds. He does 1 point of damage. Oh no, that just turns it to a 2. That's okay. Makes him weaker. And then he goes 1, 2. He's there at the edge of the board. I just want to look at his cargo handling ability. Carter enters play. Yeah. Okay, got that side. When he reaches the town center, he drops off his stuff. Mark it to empty. Gain the supplies and ammo. When, his truck can be reloaded by spending... going to his truck can be reloaded at any start space by spending an action. So he's going to stop here. We do not get the load in yet. We have to use an action, which I guess will be next turn. And if something does appear on that track, he's going to have to fight with it. So that's the way it goes. But that's okay. I think we're fine. That's all the actions I have. I've used my Z, yeah, I got all the actions here. Okay. Now I do need to remember that I have these two cards. These are both good. Play during an action phase to convert supplies into ammo. We can do that. And then also play when a unit is attacked and hand-to-hand combat before conducting it. I can make a roll. So that's also very good. Got to remember that one in case these guys come into play over here. And that is going to mark the end of the turn. Now we're going to go to cleanup. For the sake of discussion, it doesn't say that healing a unit costs a supply. It just says heal the unit. I don't see where it says it costs a supply. If I'm wrong, please tell me. I can adjust it. But so far, I haven't spent a lot of supplies yet. However, we're going to our next card already. So let's see what we get. We're going to draw, and hopefully... Oh, it's a brains card. Oh, I thought we just did this. Conduct this special turn only. Remember, we're going to draw another card again. Infection level goes up by 3. 1, 2, 3. That's wonderful. All tracks activate with each Z unit advancing one space only. However, if a Zed's unit activates, results in a combat that it wins, immediately advance again. After activating all Zed's units, this special turn is over. Draw an event card. So we're still going to get another event card, but we have to do that first. So let's start with the tracks that aren't going to have any action. Okay, well here come these guys. The Super Zeds coming up, and these guys are coming up here just one space. So that's not too bad. This unit comes into town. We're going to have an outbreak, y'all, because I can't stop this from happening. We're going up to 8 infection there. We're going to have a hand-to-hand combat. But wait, you know what? Not necessarily. I think there, that unit's healthy. I'm not going to do that. We're going to take it, and because the other unit is going to need that gunfire special better, more importantly. Okay, we got a strength 2 versus a strength 4. So they're Zeds times 2. However, we're in a town, so it's Zed's advantage. So hopefully we roll well, and this doesn't go terribly for us. A 6 is not good enough, I don't think, to not cause problems. So a 5, 6 on Zed's advantage is going to be 1 to each. That does kill the unit. Does kill it, which is good. But we take 2, so we're going to take 1, 2, and retreat. Now these guys don't, because they're already active, so like they're not going to retreat yet. They're going to be right there. That's bad. But that's it for that track. So we got pushed back and damaged. Not wonderful. Have some fun on this track. This one's going up here, and this one's going to battle this unit. It's 2 versus 2, so it's even. However, we got the barricade, so it's going to be a 2 shift. And that's the way it's going to go. So hopefully we roll decently here. A 5. I'm just not rolling very well. I got to roll higher, or I'm just going to lose the game. Okay, a 5, and we are at even plus 2. So this is human. Look at that. We're still going to take a damage. Wow. We did do enough to kill this, so we're killing them. But our infection is now at 9, and these guys actually take another damage. That's really, really bad. Oh my gosh! I can't win for losing on this one. And we're not done. Well, that does complete the brains event that we have to deal with. We have to draw another card. So, disaster in the lab. Okay, so we get a 4R here. Civilians are going to move. That's good. Okay, lots of movement going to happen here from refugees. These ones are going to go here. That's good. Well, we don't have that many left to move. These ones are going to move back to here. That's fine. These ones will run to Lucky's mine way up in the corner. So we got that. Is there any more refugees to move? There are not, because we did have one devoured. Okay. That is it for the 4R phase. Now we're going to roll for an infection. All right, y'all. We got an infection roll to make now. Our infection is 9. We got to roll 10 or 11, 12. Come on, come on, come on, come on. A 10. Look at that, 10. Oh, my God. Woo-hoo. Oh, baby. We did not have an infection. And... I think that's how it works. If I'm not mistaken, you reduce the roll. I'm going to double check that. I want to say you reduce the higher number, but I don't remember. Just infection roll. Infection roll 20. I'm just double checking these because I had made some mistakes. I want to make sure I'm not making any more or as few as possible. So Yeah, make an outbreak roll and reduce the infection level by the amount of this roll. So, okay. So we're back down to nothing. We did not have an outbreak. That is fantastic. We have to eat a die. The die is the number of people in the hospital. I have 1, so we actually do have to roll this. I rolled a 2. We did not have to feed anybody. That is good. Now we got a lot of movement, though. We got the highway track. There's nothing on the highway track, so we're going to bring in a new Zed. At the beginning of this phase, roll a die. Okay, so first off, we have to roll a die. We want to roll something other than... We roll a 6, but I doubt we will. A 2. Okay, let's see what we get. This is a disaster in the lab. No effect. Add 1 random early research card to the top of the research deck. Okay, we can do that, because you know what? It's not going to matter much, is it? Okay, so I got this card going onto the top of the early research deck. There we go. Okay, now we have movement first on the highway track. There's no Zeds on the highway track. Take it back. There is. So that one's going to move there. That's okay. And then we got 2 movement in the mines, in the tunnel track. Okay, so this guy's going to move, but he's in the catacombs, so we're going to roll a die. Hopefully he gets lost. A 3, 1, 2, 3 moves normally. Oh well, bummer. And then that's also a bummer because now there's chaos, more chaos in the tunnels. Catacombs did not stop that 9 unit. He's coming, y'all. He's coming. I'm terrified. Oh my gosh, we got to get Johnson back. That's what we have to do. Okay, we are going to then get 2 actions, and that is going to mark the end of that card. So we're going to have 2 actions. I'll move that up on the track. What do we do with our 2 actions? Well, I think action number 1. We got to get ready for action number 1. We're going to heal up our guy. And then as a free action, we can discharge him into the town center. He's fully healed. Yay! Took a couple turns, but he's now... we're infection-free in the town as well. That is great. And then for action number 2, do I want to... I mean, we got a lot of supplies left. I'm not sure that I want to bring good old forest track guy back. That's not necessary, I don't think. Okay. Second action... I think we got to do stuff down south in this because we got one track that's still very pressured. Okay, down here we got the Super Zed. Now remember, we got to do a lot of damage to him. So first, we're going to use our player action to use Piazza to shoot. Hopefully she does better than she has been. 2-way, strength of 4. Oh, 11! Oh my gosh. All right, well, man, my luck seems to be turning for the moment. So she, at that range, at a range of 2, has a strength of 4, gunfire 4. 11 is going to be 3 hits on the Zed. So let's take a look at that. 1, 2, 3 flips him. That was a very worthwhile action. Then we're going to use Schmidt's initiative for him to shoot. He has a strength of 4. Maybe we can get just as good a roll and kill it. That'd be pretty awesome. We did not. I got a 4. Strength of 4 is 0. So bang, nothing happens. But we have another action. I think we should kill him because he's going to heal. We should try and kill him. I mean, we're not doing great elsewhere, that is for sure. We got problems. We do have problems. I could... Man, if this... You know what, though? He's going to heal. Oh, that sucks. Emergency broadcast system. Okay, we're going to use the emergency broadcast system again to move these guys... 1, 2, they're now in the town center, so that's helpful. Oy boy, man, the decisions start getting really tough. We're not in the worst shape. It's really, this is the worst spot down here right now. There's no other Zeds on the tracks right now, except for this one over here that's about to come into the town, and the 9, of course. But on the other tracks, we're clear for the moment. That won't stay that way for long. Do I take a shot? No, I don't. I don't take a shot, y'all. I don't take a chance with it. We're going to take our last action to move this 4 unit into that spot to block it in case it moves again. Unfortunately, that means this guy's going to heal 1, so he's going to flip back over and have a 2x on him. So he's still hurt, but not enough. Okay, well, that's the end of that. So we're going to do our cleanup. And that's it. Now, if this guy does come in and do hand-to-hand, I will definitely use Schmidt to do this because he's pretty strong. All right, and we're going to end our turn there. We'll take one more turn, see what happens. This is pretty beefy though, so we'll see. Okay, I've reset everything, ready to go. Let's do our event and see what happens. I literally drew an event, the brains card a card ago, so we're back to back on the brains cards. And then one event and then a brains card. So, okay, well, just when I think I'm getting lucky. That goes up to 3. That's not terrible. We don't have to deal with the Zeds pressure thing, right? We're going to activate each track. So we'll start with the tracks that don't have anything on it because that's going to matter because we're going to draw another card. So down here on the highway track, we're going to get a new Zed unit. It is a Strength 7 going against our Strength 2 hurt civilians. Up on the mountain track, we have a Strength 5, not terrible. Over on the forest track, we're going to have a battle with our guy there, Strength 4, that's probably good. And then lastly, down on this track down here, we're going to move. Remember, you only put Zeds on tracks where there's no Zeds. So I'm not putting one here, I'm not putting one here unless it tells you to. But we are going to have some combats go on from this. I think we'll do this one first because he's going to move and then he's going to move there. When they move into that space right there, I am going to trigger this ability, throw something at them. Play when your unit is in hand-to-hand combat. Before conducting the hand-to-hand, make a 2-strength gunfire attack at 0 ammo cost against the attacker. We might do enough damage. I don't know. It's probably not going to kill him, but I'll take it. So it's strength 2. That's not great, but better than well, when you roll 11, it's pretty good. Let's see what we do there. An 11 on strength 2. It's going to be 2 hits. So actually, when he activated, he would have flipped back over and had this go on. So he takes 2 hits, so he flips 1, that's 1 hit, 2 hits there. And then we go into hand-to-hand combat. Our infection goes up to 4. I just did that off camera. And now we're going to go into hand-to-hand combat with Deputy Schmidt. Now, remember, Deputy Schmidt's pretty tough. He's the Eagle Scout. He's got a 3 shift there. That Zed is only a 3 to 4, so it's human advantage plus 3. So we're at humans 3x with him right now because of the barricade and his Eagle Scout ability. So I think that's going to be enough. 5, 8. An 8 on 3x is going to be 3 points of damage to the Zed and none to us. So we killed this Super Zeds unit. It goes back into the bag for the Super Zeds. But man, that guy didn't do as much as I thought he would. I was really nervous about him. But we're not done yet either, because we have a hand-to-hand combat here. So our infection now, we did this beautiful thing, got our infection down. Now it's up to 5 already. Okay, and we're going to do an 8 to 4. So it's right now it's Zeds or humans times 2. Let's see what we get here. An 8. That's going to be pretty good on the humans times 2 table against that Zed. It can't go backwards, so I don't know what happens. That's weird. Oh, you can't combat. Sorry, never mind. There's no combat in a start space. Technically, he's not really there. He's collecting resources at a town. When he comes blazing back down through here, then it'll happen. But this card is not over. Not over, because I have to move the 9 strength one. I didn't do that yet. Okay, so let's go do that and see if he gets stuck in the catacombs again. Well, he's going to move, but he's not going to get stuck yet. Oh my God, y'all, here it comes. That's scaring me. Okay, but guess what? We still have to draw another event card. Remember, this gunfire did not require a ammo, so just pointing that. But we're going to draw our next event because we drew a brains card. What do we get? Highway Night Assault. Didn't we just do this? No, that was not the highway. We're going to have 2 Zeds movement, which means our civilians are going to be attacked. But we're going to get a 4R, so a whole bunch of movement from fleeing folks. These guys move. These guys move. These guys move. That's good. We're going to have to make an infection roll, so we might have an outbreak. Hopefully we don't. Come on. 6. We did not. Okay, and we go down 6, so man, we're getting lucky there. We rolled a 6. We had a 5, so we are okay. The infection goes back down. We're going to eat one, so we're going to consume supplies. We haven't had a problem with supplies. But now we're going to do 2 moves on the Zeds track. And let's see, at the beginning of this phase, plus 1 infection for per Zeds unit on this track. It's 2, so that's going to put it up 1, 2. Place a new Zeds unit on the highway track. Oh, we're going to have a massive mob there, guys. on the start space. Defending units receive no terrain shifts this phase. That unit is dead. That unit is going to be dead. Watch what's going to happen down here on the highway track. Okay, look at this. Draw a new Zed. We got an 11 strength mob that's going to go here and then make another move and attack there. These ones are going to attack here and make another move perhaps. A lot going on. See, this is what I thought we were doing a little better. We're not. Okay, so let's do this. 11 to 2. We get a 2-column shift. So right now it's Zeds 3. We're going to go back up to Zeds advantage because of the... Oh, no column shifts. Zeds times 3. A 6. That's probably going to do us in right there. Let's see. A 6 is going to be 0 damage to the Zeds, 4 damage to us, and we retreat. I was going to kill this unit. Now I got to roll to see if it ends up in the hospital or in the graveyard. Let's hope it ends up in the hospital. A 5, it does. Okay, so this unit is now in a hospital bed. Not a terrible thing to have happen there. But look what happened here. They are there. Another chaos marker goes down. And that was their total movement. Now, when we lose... No, we didn't have a refugee devoured. We're okay. They didn't die there in the hospital, so we don't have an infection go up there. Okay. Now, we got one more fight to do. That is going to be right here. 4 to 3. I was counting on this 2 shift. We're not getting it, right? So we got to do really well. First off, the infection goes up 1 from that hand-to-hand combat that's happening right there. Hopefully they bounce them back twice, right? So 4 to 3. So it's human's advantage. That's not bad, but we get no terrain shifts. A 7 is probably going to do a little damage to both of us. Let's see. Human advantage, 7 is going to be 2. They retreat. So 2 damage to them. That's good. That doesn't flip them, though. We got a times 2 there. And 1 to us. So 1 damage to this 4 unit. They retreat. But remember, it's double moves on the highway track. So they're coming back at us again. Let's hope we can do them in this turn and do some serious damage. Oh, that's even better. An 8 on the human's advantage is going to be 1 more on our guy. So they're going to flip to a 2, and we get 3 more on them, which is going to kill them, and they would retreat, but they're dead. So we did stop that from happening. Our infection goes up to 4. Oh man, that was quite a turn, but we get our actions now. Okay, one whopping action this turn. That's it. And then we're going to get, of course, our special actions. I think, what do we got to do here? This is so bad. Oh, man. I got these guys coming. They're coming. I'm telling you, these guys are in the tracker coming. And now we got to fend these guys off somehow. But how many? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. I got almost half of our chaos tokens out on the board right now. I think action number 1. Action number 1. What do I do? Oh man. Okay, I think action number 1, we're going to spend our action. I'm going to heal this unit back up to 3. No, that'll just put a... Yeah, it'll heal it up with a heart on it. And that reduces our infection to 3. I'm trying to avoid another infection too. Outbreak. Man, these guys are almost at the town center. Action, our player action, I think I will... I'm going to move Johnson. With our player action, he's got a movement of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. That's a big unit, but remember, he's got his mines and stuff. So maybe, just maybe, we can clear that up and take care of it. That was both our main actions. Now I just got Schmidt's action and the emergency broadcast. So the emergency broadcast action, boom, we're going to use that. I think we're going to use it for them to build a barricade. We're going to use 2 supplies. We're going to build another barricade right here. I think we need it. Doesn't say you can't build them in the tunnels. We're building a barricade at the security guard station to give us a 2 shift because those guys are bad news. Man, I almost sent Johnson down there, but I didn't. Okay, so our initiative with Schmidt, I think he's just going to take a shot at this Zed that's still coming at him. Either way, it's a strength 4. Okay, yeah, we're just going to use Schmidt to do his gunfire attack from there with a 4 with his initiative. A 2, he does nothing. That's man, I've been really unlucky with those rolls, but we're down to 4 ammo, so he shot at those and did nothing. Okay, that marks the end of our actions. That's it. We don't have anything else to do, so we're going to go to cleanup. Going to flip all of our tokens back over. Everything else is good. We're going to mark that the end of this session. Wow, y'all, wasn't that wild? What a wild episode this was. I do need to check a couple of things. I want to see if this barricade goes away when they overrun it. I'm going to look up the barricades and find that out. Because I'd hate to lose the barricade, but I might. Barricades are 22. Let's see. Do I lose a barricade? Build an improved defense. Yep. A Zeds unit retreating from such a space does not destroy the barricade, but once placed, a barricade cannot be removed except by Zeds units of any type exiting the space to move towards town center. So we do lose our barricade down south. That's the drag, but it is what it is. Man, they're starting to get too close, and there's some monster units. There's that 9 unit and the 13 strength unit coming up the path where Johnson is going to have to lay some traps down or something. If they move 1, he's going to shoot them for sure next turn, and then maybe he'll be able to lay down traps. That is rough. Okay, well, I don't know if we're going to win. We're not having a very good run. Once the refugees get to town, I'll be able to resurrect these guys. Now they're going to start on their weakened side. I'd have to get them healed. Johnson can heal units. So, I might have wanted, I didn't do it, so it doesn't matter, but I might have wanted to move these guys down here with him and have them healed. I'm kind of putting things in reserve because I'm worried about what's going to happen with this. But anyway, that's going to be the end of the scenario, the end of the episode. So take care. I'll talk to you in the next one. I hope you're enjoying this, and I hope I'm not botching things. I feel like I'm getting back in the swing of things. Took me a couple turns. If I turned around and played the game again, I think I'd be in great shape from the beginning. But it took me a little while to get back in the groove. I think I'm there now. We've had a lot happen, that's for sure. And our town is being seriously pressured by the zombie apocalypse. And I don't know if we're going to survive it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.